Oh shit. Hey, cut that fucking cut the nerd music. Cut the nerd music. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. I've been here the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm fucking sorry, I didn't mean to do that immediately upon entering. I did not mean to do that. I'd like to apologize. And anyway, that was actually me stalling so I could get the music set up. Okay. Let me let's one of our party members is a little late, but they will be here shortly. Now,
I have an Oasis.
no you don't.
I have the drink. Also the band.
What, you have a
famously owned Oasis.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'm just gonna continue on. Are
Okay,
we all?
so basically, the band Oasis and also the drink Oasis.
And also the hallucination Oasis too.
Oh, God. Okay. Are we all ready to start?
Sure. I'm so glad you're begging a DM.
Shut up.
Just how free
Yeah, you
is
begging?
Fruit Suins?
How what?
Begging her.
Like, just how free is Fruit Suins?
Okay, I'm not answering these questions.
Just how local is the supply cache?
How feast is the whole?
How cold is the Geotrade bush?
It's not cold, actually. It got burned down last session, if we do remember.
He
The
feasted my
warm
whole till I free suins.
Shut up. We're I'm trying to start. Okay.
Can't believe there's a circle on your map on your stream.
Yeah,
That's where we are.
That's where you.
That's where we
yeah,
are.
that's I put that there.
Technically, we're not all
Um,
there.
Well, no, you're
No,
not all
second.
in the fire, but it's meant to more generally represent where the
Whoa.
party is. You're not in the fire. Don't worry. I didn't throw you guys into the fire.
Lepori has been
slept on the
crucified.
campfire.
You wake up, Lepori is
Burn
crucified
Lepori
on
at
a pyre for the sins they have committed.
Everyone else like, you fucking start another war, you bastard. Burn.
So if
Why did you change the number?
what?
So you changed the number. I'm sorry, I got scared.
No,
losing time.
it's okay. 25. Yeah, okay. So from last
Oh, we
session,
slept.
you all did take a long rest, so I hope you all accounted for that before we came
I
into the session
did.
today.
I switched my
You did.
season again.
Nobody
I'm-
could see it
Lepori-
because the Discord thing
Yeah,
is
because you're
broke.
a bit.
I'm sorry.
Lepori is shuffling the cards in their sleep.
Anyhow, we all awaken again in Fritzuens after, we had a treacherous time last time after going into the Tundra prison and getting Kruank out, who was the son of a wealthy dragonborn who came quickly to claim him within the town of Fritzuens. The rest of the... It's pretty, 22
We
hours.
ended some racism.
You did end some racism, that's right. And as you awaken through the day, it is rather late at night since it's not late at night. It's early in the morning. At about 2 a.m. You've all awoken at this time since you did go to sleep pretty late, but at this point it's par for the course for this party to wake up pretty late at night. So as you all get out, the main things you notice is that not many people are, walking around. A lot of people are still asleep. There are a few kind of just like sitting by the still smoldering cold gear post. Some of them you can notice if you look over toward where the leader's home is, or what is marked on the map. A lot of some dwarves are... Shut up. I gotta stop looking at chat. The dwarves, some of which you've seen yesterday, the dwarves are working on repairing some holes in the leader's home, and you can see the same regally dressed dwarf that you noticed, observing the explosion of the cold gear post. We're just gonna call it the warm gear post because I think that's really funny. They're fixing up some holes on this home, and there's not many people stirring about. There's not really many shops open, and Dave is... Well, Lepori, you're actually in the cart with Dave, I remember. Dave is like,
Yep.
Dave is still
We're snuggling.
fast asleep. Okay. Dave is still fast asleep in the cart and has not been awoken. Tempest and Sith, I believe you both were in a tent by the campground where the circle is on.
Yep.
Indeed.
You all awaken, and it's pretty late at night. So how are we? What are we doing right now?
It's pretty early in
make
the morning.
Complaining about how early it is
I'm
in the
gonna
morning.
let Dave sleep and just kind of sneak out the cards, like quietly.
I'm not even gonna have you roll stealth because that would probably succeed anyway. But you make your way out of the car. You don't stir Dave. He's just fucking passed the hell out. My man Dave is fucking conked
This
out.
one I go drive.
So Lepori started a war, I believe is the main takeaway from yesterday.
Don't even
Yeah.
worry about it.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
forgot.
say I wouldn't worry about it.
I didn't know you were in our tent.
No, I
Lepori
just-
has snuck out
You
to
did.
Avia.
You'd look out the window and just see a hand pointing towards
The
you as
window
Lepori-
of the tent?
Tent's
No,
gonna.
the door.
Again?
The door.
Fancy are we?
The door of the tent. I'm using message and pointing at you.
What type of
there
tent
is,
is this?
It's a pretty standard cloth tent. It's sealed on all sides but the door to,
Yeah, that doesn't help. Hey, I need like an image. I need a reference image. Zombie, come on.
I don't have that on hand.
Go on to Pinterest. type
No, I'm
tent
not going on
fantasy
Pinterest
art.
mid-session.
Honestly, go to Google Images. Give it a second.
God damn it. Hold on.
Here you go. I've got one
What
for
a
you.
break from the ads.
Here you go. Here you
Hold on. I'm putting it on stream. No.
It is the first picture. If you search
Aw.
up a tent in Google
that-
Images.
Is
that
that
our
actually
tent?
what kind of tent we have?
Hold on. Let me see the. Yes,
Redirect
it's
notice.
one of those. It's one of those
Previous
little.
page is
Redirect
sending
notice.
me-
It's like
Shut
it's
up.
one of those
Yeah.
shit
Is it
camping ones.
Yeah,
that
it's-
you use when you're like camping in the backyard.
It's a pretty shit little. Shut up, y'all. Come on. Come on.
You'd think they have better tents.
They do not.
You
These
would
tents
think,
seem
wouldn't
to
you?
be for public access, and the people whom set them up really did as much as put them down. They keep you safe from the elements. If a snowstorm was gonna come, it would it would
They're not any warmer though.
You're not any warmer. I mean, snuggled up in a
We should-
blanket, you might be all right.
I had to.
You had Sith. It was okay. You slept all right. Make a
Sith
con
can
saving
become
throw
a
for me,
very-
Tempest.
Yeah.
Sith can become a very hot water bottle with hellish rebuke.
I'm wearing the coat. I just want to say.
Very-
I woke up, put the coat on.
Wow. 6.
Your fever has gotten worse, and you slept perfectly fine, not because of being snuggled, but you were fucking sweating the entire night, and you while you were sleeping, you haven't gained any sort of ill effects, but you could feel whatever was affecting you yesterday is now getting worse. You don't know how this will affect you in the days to come, but
Fun.
you
Sorry.
definitely notice it a lot more now.
Cool.
So what are we doing from here?
Can't believe the campaign is becoming the Oregon Trail.
No.
I'm gonna
What
be
are we-
standing like near the fire.
What exactly are we going to do about Arillo in this situation?
Just let him sleep. Who cares?
Just like all my problems, ignore and
Suppose
run away.
that's a way to deal with it.
Yes, though. If Tempest and Sith step out of the tent, they would be right near the fire.
Cool.
I'm standing near it, chilling.
The fire is currently out, though, because no one is awake to have lit the
Yeah,
fire or
I'm
used
Okay,
it.
I don't need any
Place
more
where it
heat.
is. Zombie.
You're standing by the
Um,
fire.
None
Yeah.
of my spells, except for exactly hellish rebuke, can create fire.
I also just have a tinderbox I could use. I'm gonna
Swing
use
is
a
it-
tinderbox and start to light the fire.
Is it any fun if it's not magical?
I don't. I probably shouldn't make you. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make you
Isn't
roll
that
for
a-
that. You try to start a fire. Do you add anything to the fire to try to spark it up? To actually create the fire, because if you just use your tinderbox on what's in there, it's smoldered wood. You're not really gonna make much of a fire out of that. Lepori. Lepori's
Are
started
you
the fire.
looking up how to start a fire?
A single drop of fire already. I was in scouts.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I'm looking around for any twigs or kindling that could be around.
There's
Um,
very few twigs around. It's the typical thing that might fall off a backpack or be scraped off someone's shoe. It's
Okay,
very small twigs.
Do you get twigs stuck in your shoes a lot, zombie?
I mean, really tiny ones, not like big ones that are enough to have a fire going.
Oh, you don't get
I know.
branches stuck in your shoes?
No.
I know what I can use.
Come on, you don't
Patting
get
the-
like a whole tree?
Don't.
I'm just like, I know what I could use. Patting the book of history we stole in my bag.
I mean, you're right.
I am
I
right, but I
mean,
also don't want to.
I feel like that's the kind of thing we should preserve now.
I think I have oil. Like normal oil. No,
Please
I
do
threw
not
that.
tell
at
me.
Yeah,
Kendra.
you threw
Flash
that at
fire.
Kendra.
No, I had no
Do I need to see what I have?
kindling, but
Why
The
are we even
tinderbox.
starting a fire? If
To
I
stay
could've-
warm,
Yeah.
zombie. It's fucking cold.
Yeah, okay, it is a tundra. Fair enough.
I do have some parchment.
I
kicking
have
about.
5 candles.
Yeah?
I guess I won't start a fire. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, you really
Guess I'll die.
you were gonna shit out of luck with that when it came to starting the fire. But yeah, do we head into the cart or anything? Do we want to look around for free Tsuans a little more? Explore the campsite maybe. A lot of people sleeping.
Why would we go and
I'm just
pester
throwing.
people? It's early.
Or
Don't
would we pass
tempt me,
time?
zombie.
It gives us time for Aurelio to wake up when we could just leave.
Lepori, if you truly wish to go around pickpocketing the sleeping, please go ahead.
I just smile slightly and go, alright.
I trust you enough at this point.
Where's the biggest tent?
All of the tents are around the same size since this campground is seemingly for
okay,
like
cool.
public
Head over to
use.
the leader's
Yeah, fuck
house.
that. Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go to the leader's home.
Okay, as you kind of here, I'm just gonna move the circle since Tempest and Sith are probably gonna stay back in the tent. As you kind of make your way up to the leader's house, you notice the dwarves having a conversation. The dwarves standing right by it, and the regal dwarf doesn't really say much. The two dwarves fixing the house just kind of conversating in between each other. They're discussing some. They're discussing quite a bit. They keep going. Oh yeah, this looks like a fucking hole that Zer would put into the fucking house. The other dwarf kind of like sticks his finger up at the other one. Don't fucking talk about that creature here. We need to preserve our reputation. The other dwarf kind of like puts his hands up like, I'm just talking about a creature that lives in the mountains. What's with the dracophobia, man? You know dragons are a fucking pestilence on these lands, and they continue to bicker back and forth, talking about
My hand starts to go for my gun, but then I stop myself.
the two continue to argue in this sense while they work and continue to patch up the leader's house. None of them have spotted you yet, but they are a little preoccupied.
Good.
There's one with like a posh-looking dwarf, right?
Yeah, the regal one.
Cool. I'm gonna just kind of like start to walk up, like, g'day, is the leader in?
Yeah, that would be me.
Ah, perfect. I was wandering around. I was just kind of looking around. Is there anywhere to get like kindling somewhere?
You could check the local supply cache. I mean, that's that's probably the best place to check.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, I think there was there was two people who woke up in the campsite. They were looking for you.
Okay. I'll go check over there. He begins to walk over there. He specifically makes his way toward the tents up near the local supply cache. But he doesn't. He goes for those specific tents seemingly, and he's kind of like looking around in them after you've told him that. So what do you do from here?
Yep. I would now like to sneak up to the front door.
Luckily, the dwarves are working on a wall right to
Yeah,
the side
said
of that. I'm still gonna have you roll stealth, but the
Okay.
dwarves are working on a wall to the side of the side that would have been hit by the explosion.
I know, what did you get?
24.
24. You effortlessly slip your way by these two dwarves as you make your way up to the front door of the home, and it's a log cabin. It's a pretty nice looking log cabin. The logs are very obvious to it. From what you could tell on the outside, it's a log cabin, and it's got two windows to the left and right of the door. They're about 6 inches from the door. The door frame.
Fantastic. Can I just like real quick? I just want to real quick, like, kind of have a look at, just kind of, like, I'm gonna like go up to the dwarfs and go, "G'day, don't mind me. I'm just going around."
They don't really notice.
Kindling.
They don't really notice you as they continue to argue about this Zer figure. Oh, you can't
cool.
fucking say they're the worst one. There's also Heath and what was that other one's name? Oh, it was fucking shit. I can't remember. What the fuck was the brass one's name? I don't know.
I
Shit.
want to just look into the window and mentally remember how the window view looks.
Before you go and walk over to them, because they're on the other
No,
side.
as in, like, yeah, I'm going to the window next to them, Go,
On the
good eye,
left.
do you have any kindling or whatever? And I want to just like kind of look into the window and see what it looks like
They
from
aren't
outside.
by a window. The windows are by the front door.
Oh, okay.
They're fixing a solid wall.
Oh, okay. Then I won't do that. I don't need to go there.
You still
I'm
overhear the
gonna-
conversation anyway.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look through the windows just to see how they look.
From the inside, you can't really see or hear. Make a perception check for me while I describe this.
I'm not looking for anything in particular. Don't worry.
Did I
just wanna
stutter?
I can put one in, yeah. That's a 12. But
You can notice a very quaint little shack. It's not anything like overtly posh or what's the big word for like rich? Pretentious. It's not anything overtly pretentious. In fact, from what you could discern, it is a rather humble looking abode. And you can't make out or hear or even smell anything extra going on inside. It's just a regular ass house.
Yep, that's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to make sure. I just want to commit to memory how it looks like from the outside in.
If you want me to get a little more specific, there's a rug in the middle of the floor, a bed to the left side of the wall, which you can make out, and over to the right side there is there's a wood-burning stove right next to it, as well as a little bookshelf off to the right. The rest of the house is pretty barren, though, other than for a rocking chair, which you can barely make out right by the bookshelf as well.
I've got all I needed. I
okay.
say, smiling. So I want to first of all go up to the door and use my skeleton key to unlock it. Does it unlock?
The door doesn't have a lock.
Or okay, then I just walk inside.
You walk inside perfectly fine, as the door had no lock on it.
Amazing. Let me just check something. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So I'm going to use a minor illusion to minor like a cantrip and make a minor illusion so the windows look like there's nothing inside, as in like no Lapori inside, and it looks like it how Lapori saw it. So you know, like when you do a when you're hacking a camera.
So it's like you put a
you
photo.
take a picture of it. Yeah, you take a picture of it, and then like you edit someone out.
Roll history for me.
I was deliberately. That's what I was looking in the windows for, to make sure of that.
With advantage.
16.
You can't really tell from the inside of the way. It's like a two-way mirror, the way your illusion looks. You can't tell, but you think, yeah, it's serviceable. At a passing glance, probably no one will know.
I would like to, first of all, I'd like to put something by the door. So, like, be it a vase or something smashable. So that if someone opens the door, it breaks.
All you can discern is a little picture frame with the bookshelf that looks like a picture of the regal dwarf and a smaller dwarvish person.
Cool. I'm stealing from a family man. All right. I'm gonna just kind of put a chair in front of the door, but not like to keep it locked, but just to kind of keep it there. So then if anyone pushes the door open,
you'll hear it.
Yeah.
All right. You managed to do this with relative ease, as, the chair is easily draggable across to the door. It makes minimal noise as you do it, too, since, a rocking chair is pretty easy to pull along the ground.
All right.
So now it is by the door.
All right. What's valuable in it?
You can't really discern anything valuable other than, a bookshelf, the stove burning, a set of eyes in the corner, the bed. There's not really much else going on within
the shards in it. I was like, oh, what? Oh, probably the shards in
the bed,
give a little wave to the eyes in the corner.
You immediately watch as a rapier comes out from from the corner, and this Harrigan steps out and is just staring you the fuck down, not saying a word.
I reach for my scimitar, but also my cards, and just go, "G'day." I'm gonna talk in. Oh, there's no fucking bouncy line.
I'm joining.
I'm just gonna say, "G'day."
They don't say a word as they just stare at you, keeping their rapier pointed to you. And you can kind of notice he's like reaching for something in his pocket. This Haragon is wearing very similar clothing to you, actually, but not quite similar. They're lacking a hat, and they more have like a cloak over them, like almost ceremonial in nature, you notice. And, you know, they still have the rapier pointed towards you as they kind of reach for something in their right coat pocket.
I want to just like point to them and use messages like, "Okay, mate, we're talking ahead, so they won't be able to hear us. Who the fuck are you? I wouldn't recommend doing anything because I'll most likely connect before you."
Shit robbing this joint before you fucking showed up.
Oh, we're robbing this place? Oh, that's why there's nothing to hear.
No, there wasn't anything here before I got here.
Oh, okay.
Ain't shit here. You should really leave. It's not. I'm sorry. Who are you? I haven't see. He's kind of whispering now that message is worn off. Who the fuck are you? I haven't seen you around.
Who are you? I've never seen another Aragon. I came from like overseas.
Oh, okay. Well, I have no business messing with you. I don't.
Me neither.
I respect the robbery. So if you don't mind, you did something to the windows I saw earlier, right?
Yeah. So no one looking in can see either of us.
Ah, okay. Behind the wood burn stove, there's a hole. I made it earlier. Probably didn't see it. Your explosion was a pretty good distraction, so I carved a little hole. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna slip out that way. I recommend you follow. He's probably coming back now. It's getting pretty
Sure.
late.
What's your name, by the way?
I would rather not tell that to someone I just met. Thank you.
All right. While this is happening, can I use my mage hand to pickpocket his right pocket?
Roll sleight
mage hand.
sleight of hand. Roll sleight of
right.
hand for me.
23.
The right pocket that you were
The one that he was going, like he was reaching for.
You pull out a small little crystal that you can't really discern its purpose.
I want to hold it behind him so he doesn't see it.
Okay. You keep it suspended in the air behind him. You don't really know what it's doing or what it does.
I don't.
But it's just kind of behind him.
All right, then I'm gonna go. Okay, let's go. You first.
Okay. He kind of like walks over to the stove, and instead of pushing it to the side, you notice it's already kind of moved, like rotated a little bit, and he just sort of squeezes back out there, and he just squeezes out the hole that was indeed back there.
I'm gonna put the crystal in my pocket. Now it's floating. And then go through the same hole.
The crystal begins to make a very loud sound it's a blaring alarm sound, just as you touch it to put it in your pocket, and immediately you hear the dwarves outside go, "Oi! There's someone in that fucking house!" And
I'm going out the hole, but then dropping the crystal
inside the house.
Yeah, I'm going out the hole that the other Harangon made, but I'm just dropping the crystal in the house.
Roll stealth.
Okay. 23.
You managed to drop the crystal and slip through the house. The dwarves are initially fooled by the illusion. There's no one fucking in there. What was the alarm? Just go it. And you hear the dwarves, enter the house, as well as the regal dwarf. Kind of, from your position on the other side of the house, you kind of notice the regal dwarf kind of look over. He doesn't quite spot you yet, but he's looking over at his front door. And the other Haragon, just kind of nods to you, and you notice as he casually begins to walk toward the regal dwarf.
I'd like point at him, like, if you rat me out, your life will end in maybe an hour.
He kind of turns back and whispers, "Sorry, but contract's a contract." And he kind of gives a little wave as he continues to walk over.
So is he no longer looking at me?
No, he's turned and he doesn't expect you to do anything from your point of view.
Fantastic. I'm gonna throw 3 funny cards.
Oh. You're using the
I'm using the gambler's deck.
You're pointing the gambler's deck toward him to fire cards, right?
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
All right. Is it dex whatever? Dex proficiency?
Yeah, dex proficiency.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use
a firing weapon. Shoot him. Pew pew.
23. Do I have to do it multiple times or just once?
Just once since it's the same target. That'll be 3d4 damage
Do
though.
I get sneak attack because he's not looking at me?
Yeah.
Amazing. So zombie, how do you take 18 damage from me?
Oh lord. Immediately these cards come flying out of the gambler's deck at a high speed, you know, a little higher speed than you would have thought, as, you know, you hold this little leather deck of cards that you didn't expect it to come out that hard. And immediately all of these cards just kind of stab straight into his back, and he doesn't really make a sound as he just sort of falls over from the intense speed the cards came back at him. The Regal Dwarf kind of just looks at the body, and he just sort of goes, like nods, yeah, as he just kind of slowly turns back to look at the other. He's actually talking to some green uniform people who have now stepped outside of their tent. You can't really make out their conversation from the distance you're at, but you can tell he is indeed having a conversation.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go, I'm gonna go real far wide berth where, like, the other side of the house where he can't see me, and then just kind of run in a large circle back to the camp.
All
like,
right.
entering the other side of the camp than we...
You manage to do that without really being seen, and, you know, you meet up back with the rest of the party at the encampment. Is the tundra?
I'm back! Hello!
Did you get anything?
Blood on my hands, but otherwise I'm fine.
Oh.
The blood of the cards.
Crazy.
Does that mean we should leave?
I don't know, when I went into the house, there was another Heron waiting there. Apparently on a contract trying to kill him.
I
What?
do believe. In
What's
your
that noise?
absence, Arilla might have.
I died.
For a little
second.
bit.
Wow.
No, that just had like That's hilarious. Yeah. You know, yeah. So there was an Aragon who was like, "Oh, come out this way," and was like, trying to be sneaky. I didn't tell him my name. Make sure of that. But then I saw a gym, and then it made an alarm, and now he's talking to some people. But I might have killed him. I don't know. He kind of just fell over. This card shit goes fast.
So we don't know if he's dead or not?
I don't know. I
So
hope
if
it
he's
didn't hit him
alive,
idle.
he'd recognize you, though.
That's
Oh,
a great
yeah,
goal.
but that's the thing. I just chuckle silently, and I'm gonna use.
Oh,
guys,
no.
guys, who should I look like?
Kendra.
Guys, okay, cool. No, I'm not gonna go Kendra. Fucking-
No, that's a bad idea.
Kendra?
I'm gonna be from real back in the day. I'm gonna be that guy from the bar in Consuo. I'm gonna use disguise self to look like him.
The husband that got flirted with?
Yeah,
Okay.
Incredible.
All right. No,
that's
keep-
real back in the day.
That
And
is
then
real
just kinda
back in the day.
stand there, just
That's
like,
silly.
One of
Yes,
the more
hello.
memorable
That's silly.
NPCs we've met, I guess.
Yeah.
well, we don't want
Not
it
talking
memorable.
about Kendra or Dave or
We don't want it memorable.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
but in
pretend.
NPCs we've met that you would be able to, like,
remember.
Yeah.
remember better.
I think you'd remember the guy that was married that was getting
Remember.
flirted with.
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
Anyone
why-
remember?
I'll
No,
just
remember
continue.
much.
Go on and continue.
Yeah,
so
no,
then-
go on.
They won't know people. And I'm just gonna stand like, well, it's crazy how Lapori Swiftfoot. Oh, sorry, it's crazy how Lapori Swiftfoot ran away.
Cool, we got about an hour, right? Let's go.
About an hour. All right.
Are we all making our way to
Back
the cart?
to Dave. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
Is Dave
go
still
to
asleep?
the cart.
Hmm?
I think so.
Is Dave still asleep in the cart?
Yeah, it's only been about 15 minutes, and you make your way.
Cool, I'll just drive then, you know?
Okay, you're just gonna drive.
No, I can drive. Arillo knows how to drive.
I've drove it before.
Arillo literally has proficiency with driving. I am an expert driver with my
Why
license.
not? It's not that big a deal.
2 people can drive at once, I think.
All right, so then
Yeah.
Arillo and
This guy can
Tempest,
drive.
you sitting up in the front,
The one
Yep.
super large person and one short person.
and definitely not Lapori Swiftfoot and Sither in the back with Dave.
Randomman.jpg.
Definitely not Louis. No, it's Snuffles. Not Snuffles Honeybottoms.
We're not in Flumen, so it wouldn't be Snuffles Honeybottom.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. So it's also not
And
Snuffles
now we get to
Honeybottom.
head towards the mountain.
Let me get you guys in the right spot.
Yippee! Mountain time.
So you guys are in. Hold on.
Movement.
Let me get the travel music going here. You know, not the bad music. I'm gonna kick the bot and re-add it because it's being. No, not kick it. Disconnect it and re-add it. This. Will it play it? Where the fuck is the bot?
You.
Why is it not working?
You.
What did?
You.
And
What?
You.
Hi, it's me, Steve Smith.
What?
In
Oh.
position 54.
Why is the
You.
clear? Okay. Clear it.
They
God,
cleared it before you
It's cleared.
sounded.
I did it for you. So
why won't it rejoin? Where did it
You
go?
broke it.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Not here.
There we go. Okay. Technical difficulty solved. So, you all are in the Congel Tundra, and it's very late at night, you know. The wind kind of whips over the tundra as it usually does, and Freitsuens is
Why do I keep sitting out front when I have a fever? What?
Yeah, that is true. Why do you do that?
You're just
No.
resistant. You're just
Tempest,
resistant.
you should probably take better care.
No, that's what I am. I am resistant.
You know, I imagine you all don your.
Nobody tries to stop my character, so I just do it. Like,
I
Well, I
imagine.
can't. They just have little paws.
I imagine
I
you
am
all
Really
don.
well.
Sorry. I imagine you all don your coats you were given in the previous
Yep.
session, you know, by
Mhm.
Of
by
course.
the by you know Father
By however
Gregory.
Dave's is just thrown on top of him.
It doesn't even get put on.
And now in the cart with the town asleep, where are we headed? I imagine I know the answer, but
That,
The
what do you think?
mountains.
No, we're going all the way across the other side of the county.
no way. We
We're
make are
going
we
mountain.
No way.
What? We're not letting you drive, right? Not with those decisions.
we're making our way up the mountain.
What do you mean?
We're going to the mountain.
All right.
Make great decisions.
You make your way
Hey,
up.
no,
What?
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Sorry. You make your way up, past the local supply cache of Freitsuens, and you find yourself a little trail. One on this trail, it's a split path. One trail says to Denza Point, and the other trail says beware Zer's lair.
Oh
How are
yeah.
we spelling
that sounds-
Zer?
What is Zer?
Okay, so real quick, I heard about this from and the two dwarfs working on the home. I think Zer's a fucking dragon, and a
No,
bad
that-
one at that.
Oh,
Or a draconic
that's
being.
great.
Fun.
Because they were like, oh, not as bad
Much-
as the other draconic being or some shit.
Well,
They
is
were
it a
racist,
bad
Maybe.
really. They
one, or
shot
are they
them.
just racist?
How much money are we willing to bet they're just flipped?
Well, it has a fucking layer, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we should fuck with it.
Aurilla, make a
Maybe
perception
we'll
check
consider
for
it on
me.
the way back.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I gotta pull up my character sheet real quick because I said that. What if they were just flipped?
Yeah, no, I was gonna test that next.
I bet that right now that they're flipped. I put $20 down. I said I would. I didn't say I will. Let me open it up real quick. Okay.
Can I give the help action by like pointing it out and like saying where you should look for if you want to find it?
Yeah.
Like saying
If you want to see the grass near it, it was usually
yeah.
twisted
Okay.
with
So I'll
some
take
sort.
help action.
Yeah, that's a help.
The
action.
grass is right here.
It's supposed to
The
be.
I need to. I'm trying to
No,
open my.
okay. So
trying to
when you
open it
twist
right
a
now,
sign
just
like
to try and
that,
see it.
the grass gets
Yeah,
slightly circled and you know which way it's twisted.
It's displaced.
Don't get
Yeah.
it twisted.
Welcome to fun facts that we didn't need to know, but are
This
very
is like-
important for the
this is
To
campaign.
be fair,
Zombie stream.
I'm so thankful I know the fact of how to open locks.
I think I know how to.
I'm
open
still
everything
trying to open
locked.
my shit. Okay, there's going. It's opening now.
I was gonna say
I know
I'm
how
just.
to open
Trying
locks.
to open my sheet as
I'm
soon
just
as
gonna
possible. I
look
haven't
at-
For
opened it
legal
yet.
reasons, this is a joke.
For legal reasons, I'm a scout.
For legal
We know how to do those things.
I am a scout for the boys.
Oh my god, there's a yak riding a motorcycle. on this
You
road in the game.
What?
Arilla,
Interesting.
you have
I've got
plus 3.
basketball.
You have plus 3 to
I
perception.
know it's over a 15.
It's
Oh, plus 3, it's 17.
17. You notice that the sign isn't flipped, but the sign, your mic is crackling a little, by the way. The sign, actually isn't flipped, but the lettering
sorry.
on each sign looks as if it was scratched out and then rewritten or recarved into the sign.
Oh.
Oh,
I have so much money down. This is the silly squadron.
most likely. Can I look around for them?
So much money down.
Do you
roll-
want to know how I look around for them?
How do you look around for them?
I'm gonna point and then just keep casting message because it's a cantrip going bitch, 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 like a fucking radar.
Like a sprinkler. to go
Yeah, like a sprinkler. If
What
there was
is
120
the
feet,
range? Remind me of the
120 feet.
120 feet. Even with
Oh,
that,
if there's anybody in 100
The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line
Context
and
of
can travel
dragon.
freely around corners or through openings.
unfortunately though,
anything near
you actually can't get any humanoid presence other than, the occasional rat or snake that you come across, somewhere further up the mountain, probably,
Oh, that's
not quite sure, nothing
Rat.
human catches your
Cool,
message.
I just called a, I called a
Human.
snake a bitch. I'm so
nothing.
glad.
You hear
Love
you
that.
can hear a little bit in the distance, like,
They can talk back to me.
a rat on rat bag.
that's what you
So I
hear.
just hear it in my head.
And
Amazing.
a very distant.
Okay, I don't think we're surrounded by the silly squad unless they're snakes. Then that'd be the
Oh my
silly
god,
squad.
you could get a friend that's a snake.
Not a-
now.
no, but-
Silly
oh.
squad. Silly squad.
Which
Boy.
so you have two
Silly
options,
squat.
left or right. Which path are you taking?
What was on the left?
Yeah, I forgot which
The
one.
left
Uh,
was
Zer's lair, and the right said to
yeah,
Den's
Zers
Point,
was left,
But they've been scratched
and Ben's
out.
point was
and
Oh, yeah.
rewritten.
Re-
I'm gonna
written.
be honest. On the map, it
So
is
how much do you want to bet
But also,
that
it
it's
could
just
be a
a-
double block.
it's a what's a
and-
beta?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it
double
could be
bluff,
that. It could be
and,
there's.
zombie. No matter what we say, we're going to Zerg's lot.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be that.
Oh no,
We're just screwed either way.
But also, if we go to the right,
We never do
Den's
such a thing.
Den's
Like
point
this silly
is on the
squadron
right.
look.
support is on the right. Can I real quick just like
It
go see if
is.
there's more tracks one way, like more wheel tracks one way?
Yeah, so I was thinking about wheel tracks.
Because
but then I was
most
like, we
of it-
spent the night, so.
You don't discern any wheel tracks, but you notice that on the path
Just
to the
that you don't want us to know.
right, you can make out about 6 separate feet, and on the path to the
Oh.
left, you can make out very few. Maybe 1 or 2, but most of them have probably
Wow,
been weathered
6.
away to time.
That's
Six-
nobody's passing.
6
Nobody's
separate
pairs?
feet. 3
Six
pairs.
pairs?
Sets or
Three
6
pairs.
feet?
3
Okay.
pairs.
Three.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
So it's the squadron.
Yeah.
I wonder who's there.
Can I
Where's
also
the bluff?
check? Can I just see in the history book if there's anything about Denza Forest?
The forest itself?
Like
I thought you were gonna look
Denza
for
Point
anything about the layer.
That's a point. Okay.
or the layer. Yeah.
There's a layer? No.
That was my next thing.
Where-
It's gonna be like, oh,
Which you want first?
let's go Denza Point first.
You read up on Denza Point, and what you can mainly discern from the several passages on Denza Point is that it's a very well-known niche trading post, mainly meant for the more sciencey types to attempt to head into and settle down in so they could study the mystical happenings of what occurs in the
Sounds like
Denza
there's good stuff to
forests.
steal there.
And when you look on passages about Zer's lair, you find a huge passage on the theoretical existence of dragons in Renovamen. The theoretical existence of dragons in Renovamen are a very titular subject. Some people regard dragons as some kind of legend that is told to kids to freak them out at night, kind of like Krampus or Santa Claus. But some other people have reported sightings of 3 distinct dragons that don't really attack any villages or towns, but have been seen flying over, probably attacking villages and towns in other areas. The passage specifically mentions it's probably typical for a dragon to do that. It mentions
Does
3.
it repeatedly say probably, though?
Yes, it has a very like it's trying to insinuate something, but it continuously states it as probably, and it mentions 3 dragons in specific that the locals have named in their time in Renovamen. A red dragon, who is said to have been around for the least amount of time, named Zernatov, or shortened to Zer. A blue dragon, which has been named Hithality, or shortened to Hith, and a brass dragon, simply known as the Manslayer. It doesn't have any
I
official name.
love that.
The first
So,
two,
guys, who wants to go see a dragon?
the first 2 names
I think we could make a friend, definitely.
the first
That's not.
The first 2 you notice have these names and are specifically cited as been people who have quote unquote encountered these dragons and have been told their name. But the last one you notice is specifically mentions that no one's really encountered the Manslayer and has really only been sighted flying
And
throughout
live to
the
tell
sky.
the tale.
No, it doesn't mention
love
that.
this silly little
What the-
here.
Who wants to go be a dragon? They might be our friend unless we find the
maybe
Be
we
a
Manslayer.
try
dragon.
to do it on the way back.
Okay, but then which way do we go?
You're on the way. Yeah.
I think the silly trio went down that way, and like points down the way they went. But I don't know what to do because could
Who's
be a double
who's to
bluff.
say
Could,
they're not just trying to fake us out?
could also just
Yeah,
not
but
be
what
the
if
silly
that's the
trio.
fake out?
It's not the silly trio. There's a possibility.
Can we wake Dave up? Maybe Dave knows.
I don't want to wait,
I
Dave.
doubt
He looks,
Dave.
he looks just like looks back at the guy.
I don't know. Dave's
Um,
been here longer than most of us.
Yeah, but look at him. He's so
I say we just flip a
peaceful.
coin at this point.
I
We don't really have a choice here.
know.
Aw, he's so peaceful though. Look at him.
Dave, Dave, wake up!
Why are you guys driving? Did we get moving while I was asleep?
Yeah, we didn't want to wake you, but now we're at I forgot the word for it.
Crossroads.
Road.
Cro-
A fork in the road.
Yep.
Okay, crossroads where?
To
In the
either Denza
mountains.
Point or Zerzle.
He kind of like, he freshens himself up and stands up. He kind of like makes his way to the front of the cart and peeks his head out right past Arillo and Tempest. Yeah, it's to the right. They replace the lettering on those signs every now and again. He kind of like looks up to Arillo's like, wondering, why it's so scratched. God, that looks like it was scratched out recently. Whoever did
Okay,
that did a
so-
shit job.
It was a double bluff,
That
like I
sounds
said.
like a. So that means we're going left.
I
No.
trust Dave
No,
with my
no,
life.
That is the right
definitely
way.
don't go left. No.
I trust Dave with my
I
life.
trust-
We're going whichever way Dave
I
says.
also trust Dave, and also I said it was a double bluff, so I'm most likely thinking it is.
I'm just going with Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go, Dave.
it's do you guys want me to drive or
You did just wake up.
I mean
So-
I'm
I
okay
don't
with
think we need a careening.
you guys realize I worked this is like my prime hours. Like
Well, yeah, but
went-
we're also just you're not just an employee of us. You're also our friend.
Yeah.
okay. He blushes a little. He's like, "Are you sure you guys don't want me to drive?" I mean,
Come
All right, to right we go.
on, go on, nap.
we're heading right then.
We're heading right.
All
which is
right.
what we agreed upon.
Whichever way Dave said.
Dave just
It was
kind of
right.
Dave just kind of takes a seat back in the cart. He's reading some books, and you all make your way up the right as the footsteps that Lepori noticed on the ground. They seem pretty plentiful, and you make your way through the mountains. It's a very cold day to most of you. The winds are blowing, the snow is dotting the top of the mountains, and the path that you're taking around the
Also-
mountains seems to have been carved out very long ago by several dwarves. It kind of borders
Oh.
right by the side of the mountain, and it seems to have almost been carved out of a much larger mountain at one point. The path is about, it's about 20 foot wide in total. And, you're making your way down the path. And you eventually come to a stop when you notice a silly little device on the ground. It's about 20 feet from the cart, and it's not noticeable enough to make any discernment of what it could be from this distance. But if someone were to get closer, maybe.
Is it a cuboid? Is it a cube shape?
It is not a cuboid shape. It's in
Okay.
fact
I
very.
also thought it was gonna be a cube.
It's
It's a con cube.
it's more crystalline in shape.
Oh.
Wow.
Watch out. There might be an alarm because Heron got earlier had that kind of thing as an alarm.
I mean,
Nobody touched it.
Well, we
I
gotta
don't
get
know.
past
What do we
this
do?
somehow. I don't know.
I mean, if I get trapped, who's to say I'm not gonna get trapped?
So question,
Uh,
are all
yeah.
of you while you're, you know what? No, keep talking.
Such a
for-
silly question.
Just keep discussing. You know what? Never mind.
Alright.
It's just a
I
silly
feel like
question for you
just
to
check out
ask.
the backside of the cart.
I'm watching everything.
Watching Sith. I'm not kidding.
Feel free to watch, my friend.
It's the cat instinct to just go over to something and just push it.
I'm very tempted.
You're just watching
just
the
kinda
device.
We could maybe.
No, I'm
everything.
totally watching her though.
If I set my mage hand down, I could try and just push it away from us.
You
until we can
could.
throw it into the
You just,
woods.
you just like
I mean, if this is
Tap it over.
potentially an
Forward.
alarm, wouldn't the person need to be somewhat nearby?
Remind.
Maybe.
What are we looking at again?
It's a
crystal
small
on the floor.
crystalline device that's
crystal.
about 20 foot away from the cart.
Where is it? Like is
In
it,
front
like,
of the
is it-
cart.
Is it like hovering or
It's on the ground, on a little podium.
just a little
on a
snow.
podium?
Oh, okay.
Not a podium,
No,
not a-
I am
Oh,
looking
no.
at
A little-
Yeah,
it's a-
podium.
It's a little I don't know a better word for it. It's a little plate that
We all know what
holds.
happened.
Is it atop a surface? That's all I need.
Yes.
after the
Sith
like
is gonna
auction.
cast Mage Hand.
I was gonna say after the auction, I'm trying to battle the mage
Um,
hand with the mage hand.
So, are all of you visible outside the cart right now?
No, I'm still inside with.
I am outside the car.
Dave. I'm protecting Dave with my
Me
life.
and
But
Sonny
you're-
are
you're
outside the
within-
car.
Only two of us are outside.
You're within the cart's window, right?
Yeah.
Immediately as, Sith casts this mage hand, you get it a decent distance, almost touching it. You all are blinded for a moment by this bright flash of
Flashbang.
light that doesn't seem to hurt you.
Flashbang.
And when the light,
Flashbang.
when the light dissipates, who other than should you see standing right by the device, waving at you,
God
other than
fucking damn
Sorson,
it.
Sullivan, and strangely a lack of Shiro. You don't actually know
Aw.
where
I
Shiro
look
is.
behind the cart.
Um,
I'm looking behind the cart
Can
instantly.
we see now?
Yes, you,
Can I cast Eldritch Blast?
No, I want to know where Shiro is.
Yeah, where's Cheryl? What happened to the arm, by the way? How's the arm looking?
Okay, if you would all let me finish. Sorson is, he's got a cast on, and his arm is kind of like, you notice his arm hasn't directly been re-put back in place. It's kind of like still bent out of shape, but you hit his left hand, right? I can't fucking remember.
Yes, it is left.
His right hand is still like, in working condition, and he doesn't look very happy to see you. Sullivan is standing right next to him, and from what you could discern from this distance, he's looking really giddy. And you notice as Shiro is
Excited. God.
actually everybody looking for
My-
Shiro, make a perception check.
But we all
I
care
do-
too much about Shiro to not
I'm not
look
looking for
Can I do-
Shiro.
Can I do the radar?
I don't know these.
Can I do the sprinkler radar effect?
Sure.
Sure.
You don't catch Shiro from where you're pointing. Who else is looking for Shiro?
Wow, I got a modded 20.
Tempest, as you're sitting in the cart, you actually notice Shiro up atop a little ledge. Just he's like a little closer to the cart than everybody else. He's about 10 feet from the cart in distance, and he's kind of kneeling there. He has something in front of his face that he eventually turns and kind of tosses to Sorson, who catches it with his good hand. And Sorson does not look too
His one
pleased
only hand.
to see you, as he's like, oh great, oh goody, you know, Why do you
I'm
all?
gonna ignore him and turn to Shiro and wave and be like, "Hi, Shiro."
Shiro, he waves back. You
You silly little squadron.
you fuckers wake up at really terrible hours. What are you doing waking up at 2 in the morning to go cross some mountains? Yeah, I discerned that much, but like, is there
Going with the fever,
seriously?
I mean, we could ask the same question to you.
What's everyone's passive perception, real quick? Actually, wait, no.
Mine is
12.
probably.
I need to shut up. I have that.
High.
I have that written
13.
down.
13.
I have that written down. Tempest and Sith.
Better wisdom.
Tempest, Sith, and Lapori, not Arillo. You were just under the DC. You
What do
notice
you
that
mean? I have a 13.
you have a 13? Okay, my bad. I think this list is
I have
outdated.
12.
You notice that the device in his hand, it's a little black box
It's not a clown
with
cube.
a little glass lens on it and a little light atop of it. For reference, it looks like a camera. And he's standing
We're
there
going into
holding it
cringe
in his hand.
compilation.
He's holding it in his hand. He's like,
No, it's like Goosebumps.
this is really, really fun and all. But frankly, now that my arm's broken, I need a little break. My work is getting
You
so.
should really set that.
What?
Like, actually
Is
put
it
it
the
in,
break?
like, take care of it better.
My arm is fine, thank you. I had to get this healed. Oh, I don't know, a couple of. When was it that I got it here? It doesn't matter. I
yesterday,
stuck it in a
This
cast,
was like
and
maybe a
it's.
day or two ago.
It's.
Yeah, that's
Yesterday.
not a good idea. You need to,
It's.
actually take
Why
care
are
of
you
it
so
again.
caring? You know what?
Listen, we have nothing against you. You just kind of can't
He-
come in. So like,
he
You
just-
just can't do this.
I kind of. Okay. You know what, Shiro? Come on. He no shoots for Shiro as Shiro begins to climb down. I've been kind of disabling my coworkers from getting a decent chance to actually have a bout with you. We've only been toying with you up to this point. So he picks up the device
That's very funny.
off
I'm
the
laughing
ground after
very hard right now.
after handing the quote-unquote camera to Sullivan, and he picks up the device. Now, this funny device, you'll actually find the place where we got this little silly crystal just a little ways ahead before you, well, that's if you
Really?
even come out of this alive. This silly little device has a fun purpose. Sullivan, would you like to explain? Boss, I thought you would. No, please, Sullivan, go on. You've been excited. I'll let you have this one.
Three Stooges shit.
Sullivan kind of like he immediately smashes this camera device and pulls out a little slip of paper, and he kind of waves the paper off like a Polaroid, and he holds it up. You all can't make it out too much, but you can make out your faces on this little piece of paper, in varying different positions from where you were in the cart, but all of you are visible in this picture.
and you got my good side.
And Sullivan also
my
picks
bad
up
side.
the device from Sorsen as Sorsen and Shiro turn to leave. This device here is actually a very fun little projector. It's I like to call it a personality projector. See, I take a photo, these are pretty rare, but I take a photo, personal effect, or anything of the like, and I just kind of put it in this slot here. He
Zombie?
inserts the photo
Oh boy.
into the slot of the little.
This is why he has our
I
stuff.
just realized something,
it's gonna
Zombie.
be
How long did it take us to get from the camp?
About an hour has passed. You spent 15 minutes in the camp, and you spent about 45 minutes going up this little pathway.
So, at the end of camp, I used disguise self. I'm still the man. It's an hour long.
Lovely.
is.
We'll
Lovely.
so it would be
So
it would be
disguised
dissipating right about now.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Well,
just
yeah,
as,
but
like,
they would
after.
have taken the.
So you're like
picture
half
before that.
Lapori. You're
The
like half
picture has-
Lapori. Like
The picture is of the man.
Yeah.
I can work with this.
Is it half Lepori, half Lepori?
He
was
kind of
like, wait a
inserts he
It's
kind
like
of
half
ins
Lepori, half
he
Lepori.
inserts the picture into the slot, and he's like, "Oh right, you gotta get multiple pictures." And he pulls out
hide.
he continues to pull out more pieces of paper and just jam it in there. Eventually, I get it to work. Hold on, and he continues to jam several pieces of paper. It's almost getting astonishing at this point.
It's like a scat work at this point.
Sorsen and Shiro. Did my mic? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
it's
tugged
okay.
on my
My audio
mic.
died.
He's like shoving a bunch of paper in there at this point, and Sorsen and Shiro have basically essentially left by this point. And eventually, as he shoves the final photo in
Damn,
there,
Shiro didn't wave goodbye. Can't believe it.
he is already left. He left with Shiro. Or not Shiro. Of course he left with Shiro. He's Shiro.
He sure?
He
Sure.
left.
I'm sure.
He left with Sorsen, and as
And he didn't wave
Sullivan,
goodbye.
as Sullivan jams this final picture in, the crystal turns an inky black and begins to glow this almost black color as it begins to shake,
I don't
and
like this anymore.
it shatters. And Sullivan kind of like puts his hand up to block his eyes as several apparitions begin to appear in front of the crystal. The crystal has created 6 apparitions of varying people. It has created an apparition that is in silhouette similar to Tempest, in silhouette similar to Sith, standing right by Tempest, in silhouette similar in silhouette to Arillo, similar in silhouette to some random guy for some reason, and similar in silhouette to Lepori. And Sullivan's kind of like counting them.
Wait, there's 6.
Wait,
Wait,
I was
six-
gonna
that's
say
5,
What,
sorry.
Lepori?
Yes.
Okay, so it went through disguise self. All right.
No, it didn't.
5.
He's kind of counting them up. He's like 1, 2, 3. Well, they're supposed to. Yeah, never mind that. I don't care if there's an extra one. These little silly things. They think they're you, and I think it'll be rather fun. Rather fun if we
But if they think they're us, then I'm fine.
saw if they were really you. And he pulls out a similar handheld cannon to before, and I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay. It's time for me to get another cannonball and break the other arm.
22.
Oh my god.
Super Bomberman. I love Superman.
Shut up! I had to
shit.
find good
It was
boss
so much
music.
louder than the last
I have a natural
one.
20 on initiative.
Hold
I
on,
love natural 20s on
wait,
initiative.
I gotta, hold on.
I
Hold on.
despise you, Cedar.
What do you mean?
Every
always
time
do
you
not
tell
wanna
me
go
I'm
first.
going to get a nat 1 or a nat 20 on like you're a roll,
I
and you
didn't
mention
say that.
Arillo,
I do it.
I got a nat 20.
No,
hold on.
Every time you mention one, right as I'm rolling, it lands on the thing that you mentioned though.
What's everybody's
That's so silly. So
22.
me and Sunny
I don't
both got nat
wanna.
20s. So Sunny, what's your modifier?
I don't want to have my 24.
Hold on. I don't
So
even
then you
know.
go
I
first. Even then.
Opt to go after Peter if you go both up 24s.
Sunny, you could just opt to go before me, to go after me.
Yeah.
Okay. So Arillo, you got a.
23, but Sunny's opting to go before. Sunny's opting to go after me with the 24.
Okay. And then Lepori, you got
Jesus, I got that for a second.
22.
22.
First, I
Sith,
guess.
15.
15. All right. Let me get the other initiatives here as.
The doppelgangers. Doppelgangers?
Hold on. Where's
I love
his
English.
stat block? There it is. I have to figure out which.
Where's his stat block? It is cripple. It is cripple. Shiro one by one. Not Shiro.
I'm still confused
I mean,
how like one Lepori, but then also the man.
The random. Yeah, I'm confused.
He shoved multiple
Well,
pictures in
and
there.
then
No,
just
no, my
man.
issue
Yeah,
was,
I was-
the fact that it was
I was-
like
He did shove multiple
zombies
pictures.
said 6, then described 5. Then was
I-
like, no, it's.
I
I'm-
f-
I'm
I-
really
I messed up.
confused
I
how many we're fighting and what we're fighting.
I tried to count in my head, and I came out to 6 for some reason. I don't know why.
After the
I
first
need you
picture-
to
You-
repeat
you
who
hold the
we're
source then.
fighting and what we're fighting.
So
There
after
are-
the first picture, Lepori hid in
Each
the car
one of
the
us.
entire time.
Yeah.
so it wasn't visible.
You spent a good 15 minutes at that camp, and they've probably had plenty chances to get other
Okay,
photos before
okay.
this. So
Okay.
Yeah,
you all
they're very
No,
silly.
but what? How many are there? What
Also
are they?
there are
Kinda weird.
five shadow doppelgangers. All four of them correlate to you. One of them is some random guy, and Sullivan is behind them holding a handheld cannon. So let's see. Arillo, that actually makes it your turn
yours?
first.
Nice. I have to make sure that all of my stuff is returned to me because I did not remember to remove them. There we go. Everything is back to normal now. I have my smoke nerds and everything because I took a long rest. Okay. How close are all the doppelgangers?
All of the doppelgangers are standing about 5 feet in front of Sullivan side by side. Your doppelganger is actually, they're kind of like in a V formation in front of Sullivan. Yours is in fact taking the frontal stance. You know, he's kind of at the tip of the
course.
V.
How close is that?
That is
What if we
about
leave?
10 feet from you.
Hey guys,
Okay.
leave.
So I'm gonna be silly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna relentless attack and then also rage. So relentless attack is an advantage, but everybody that tries to attack me gets every attack on me gets advantage.
Mm-hmm.
After I get advantage, so everybody gets advantage on who attacks me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take my rage. I'm gonna use my normal greatsword. I'm not using that sword because it's dog water. I will probably give it to Lapori because Lapori is probably better with that. Whoa,
Whoa.
that is a 17 on me.
On you. 17 on you. Yeah, that does hit.
It
Roll.
should hit, 'cause it's probably my armor class.
Roll for damage.
You're like, yeah, do they have the same stats as us?
Probably.
Hey guys,
that
before is
is-
fucking weak, by the
ooh.
way.
Yeah. That is a 11 damage. That is 11 damage.
I think really once we get rid of like a couple of them, we're good.
Before is a twink.
You notice is, you know, you slash into the doppelganger, and
Oh, wait, no, it's not that. It is not that actually. It is 13. Sorry.
13.
I can't count.
You slash into the doppelganger, and you feel your blade connect with something, but the doppelganger it's hurt, but it's not very phased by the damage you deal. It just kind of laughs at your sultry at you as, you know, you take the slash at it. It actually does go directly after you because they share initiative rolls, and it
Oh, you fucking ass.
it
I'm not even done with my turn.
what?
I'm not even done with my turn yet.
Oh, your turn isn't over?
Wow. My turn is not over.
You moved
Buster
and used your
Brown.
action.
I only used 10 feet. I still have 20 feet.
You don't move away. Okay.
These squadrons here. I'm going to be a little funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be a little funny. Oh, wait, hold on. Also, because I think important. Oh, okay. So, Arillo, Shadow Arillo at least, has the Spectral Warriors on him.
Has the what?
Just to keep that in mind, the Spectral Warriors on him.
Yeah.
And I am going to... Sunny, you're still in the front of the cart, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to move right next to Sunny. Right next to, next to Tempest.
Are you sitting in the cart, or are you actually, like...
No, I got out of the cart to hit mine.
Are you sitting
And
back...
I went next to... No, I didn't. I'm not sitting back in the cart. I'm sitting next to Tempest.
Okay.
Like, I'm standing next to Tempest. So,
Alright.
where Arillo would have to walk, like, in that pathway.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
That would be.
Great, because it is, as I was saying before, it is now Shadow Arillo's turn, and Shadow Arillo takes out a, very on theme Shadow Great Axe and
Wow, that's so crazy.
makes a
It's
charge.
a great sword, actually. It's a
Great sword, sorry. A similarly shadowed great sword, and makes a run for you. And as he kind of brings down the great axe, you manage to get your great sword. You manage to get your great sword in front of
great
his
sword.
before he could do anything, and it speaks to you. It says,
One silly little question. Hold on one second. You can keep talking. I just want to check something real quick.
Shadow Arillo kind of leans in, and you notice that there's only one discernible feature other than silhouette, and it's his glowing red eyes, and it kind of leans in and speaks to you. Thousands of years of experience all gone because you, oh, I'm sorry, were you too sad over losing comrades?
Hey, Sonny,
Me.
you realize he just went past you, right?
Oh,
You get an opportunity attack.
you do.
Well, so
Roll-
remember,
You gotta roll to
I did
hit.
this just for you.
Yeah. Wow. 18.
Wow.
That does
Yeah,
indeed
that
hit.
hits.
Roll for damage.
I know my armor class.
Well,
Wow. 10.
You take. What are you using to attack?
My rapier.
Rapier.
Take your moment.
You take a rapier and stab it into the side of this thing, but it doesn't even turn to you. It winces from pain, but it doesn't even turn to you as it stays focused on the sword clash it has
wait a
with
minute.
Arillo, and you kind of pull the rapier out, and it's still focused on Arillo, and it keeps just digging into you, like, look at you. I'm better than you, and I'm not even real. I'm a construct of you made out of, all your faults and so, boo-hoo, and yet I'm still clashing a sword with you.
Ooh, keys.
That will be the end of Shadow Arillo's turn, and that does mean it is now Tempest's turn.
Cool.
Hooray. Honey has no
Me.
reaction. That might have been a
Huh?
little silly. A little silly. You have no,
I will
you have
put
no
it out
reaction.
there, there
Oh.
is an alternate win condition to this fight, but that's all I'm saying.
Wait,
not
what?
care.
Pull the key of escape and we fucking leave.
I said you don't have what's it called? You don't have a reaction anymore because you used it for that.
No,
Is it
it's-
reaction based or no?
Reaction is an opportunity act, but it recharges at your turn.
Okay,
At the start of your turn, so.
I did not know that part. Ignore me.
Yep. Okay.
So anyway, Bard of Harvard, or whatever the fuck the thing I was saying last time.
Oh no! Don't
Bard
bring
of Harvard,
Harvard.
See,
California.
like the last time I vaguely knew what I was doing, I have no fucking idea what right now where my brain's at. Oh,
Somewhere. Here.
I'm going to compress your atoms into a 3D object.
what?
I don't know.
Slash threat.
What?
No, not you, zombie.
Somewhere.
My god. So this one I just cast Shatter on all of the rest of them? Like,
It would be funny. I feel
you
like
could
it's not
kill
gonna work.
Lori with that. I'm gonna be honest.
just cast Shatter
You
on
literally could
everything
kill Lapore with shot.
I think
Yeah,
a
alright.
slight gust of wind could kill Shadow Lapori.
That is true. That's
Yeah,
as long as the wind can kill all
Let's
three of
go
you,
for that.
except
That's
for
the
me.
best I got.
Are you casting Shatter on the radius of them, where all the other Shadow clones
Yeah.
and Sullivan are?
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah.
All right. So
How's that
I
feel?
need to make
don't know.
Dex
A lot of
save?
con.
Con
Con
saves.
yeah.
Okay.
You guys
Do you
probably
need
have
my
a opaque on.
constitution
I think.
stats, bestie?
I-
You need contact.
I'm gonna
You
be
wanna
honest.
roll
I'm gonna be
our
honest. I'm just gonna put a flat modifier of like +2. I ain't going.
Mine's +1, bestie. Just in
Okay,
case
well,
you
yeah,
want to
you
know.
want us to just roll the con saves for our shadows?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that would be Lepori rolled twice. But yeah, that would be better.
Labori roll twice.
Well,
Casual.
Mhm.
I hate you.
That's
Roll nat 20.
fucking both a nat
It's okay.
20s.
It's okay. That doesn't matter. They're
this is
still gonna
great.
take damage. Just half.
Tempest and Sith,
Oh, I got a 7, bestie.
a 7.
What do I
The
roll?
shadow me's not doing amazing.
Tempest,
I don't-
Shadow Tempest is gonna explode.
Sith.
I don't believe that.
Sith.
Con
I think
save.
Shadow Roll is just
Yeah,
the
con
issue.
save.
12.
Both
Fail.
both Tempest and Sith's shadow clones, it's almost like wind getting blown, almost, but like you could tell they're kind of like a little woozy after the shatter, and they kind of, you know, come back into form with like a
Can I say how much damage it is?
sure, but before you say that, the Shadow Lepori and Shadow of a Random Guy both kind of do they kind of blow away a little less. It's like if you took a vacuum to their entire body,
What
just kind of went
Big
whoosh,
shatter is.
a huge sound, and they are obviously
Very
being
loud ringing noise,
pushed.
painfully intense.
I more imagined it as a big ringing noise that dealt damage, like a shockwave, but that's not what
It
we're
says
here
a
to
sudden loud ringing noise. It's annoying.
The other two, Shadow Lepori and Shadow of Random Guy both look, you know, a little less, damaged by this shatter. Is that the end of your turn,
Okay.
Tempest?
Well, that's 20 damage to the 2 that failed, and
Oh.
to the ones that passed.
That would have put Lepori on 1 HP.
That would have put Lepori in a grave.
If they're
Okay.
equal, mine's at 7.
Okay,
Is-
well, yeah,
Probably,
No, but
unless it
that's
has
20
magic
to the ones
resistance.
that
I doubt.
passed it, and then 10 to the ones that failed.
other way around.
What?
That's
Yeah.
No, 10 to the ones who passed.
Yeah,
20 to
you
the
know
ones
what I
who failed.
meant.
I know, sorry.
Will that be the end of your
Yeah.
turn, though? Yes? Okay.
Oh. No, that wasn't. No.
Sorry.
I'm gonna murder you. I don't know. Anybody want a bardic?
I can take one. I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Yeah,
You want a
Lepori
verdict?
can get it.
Yeah, sure.
before he gets a bardic.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. That's your turn then, because that was your bonus action.
Yep.
Immediately, Tempest, as soon as, you know, the Shadow Tempest is reformed,
Yep.
it immediately takes its turn, as it is now its turn, and makes a run for you, similarly to Shadow, hold on.
Damn, Shadow me's stupid.
Hold on. What's your... Actually,
What's my what?
Dex is for Rapier, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Dex is rapier.
It is
Okay,
a
what's
finesse
your-
weapon, so
what's
you
your-
can use strength or dex.
What mod do you use to hit for Rapier?
+5.
Lovely. Does a 14 hit?
Beats it.
You would know that.
so yeah,
All right. I don't have everyone's character sheet open. I'm trying to do that.
Oh, you should just do that. Be better.
Shut up. Your shadow takes a swipe at your stomach with the rapier, managing to cut you, and you take rapier is how much damage?
1d8 plus 3.
1d8?
1d8 plus 3 for mine.
You take 7 necrotic damage from this slash, as it takes a
Oh.
swipe at you, and the wound, you know.
No, that's actually really funny because that's how much my doubles like left at from the 20.
Hold on.
So silly.
I'm trying to open everybody's character sheet while I'm doing this, and your shadow begins to talk similarly to you. Oh, don't you wish you could have been a little more successful than all of the rest of your family? You're out here adventuring in some random land that I don't know, you found a bunch of idiots in. Are you really enjoying this?
Yeah.
Are you? What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh wait, I can't wait for
What
Shadow
is this
Lapori to
nothing?
talk to the
Yeah.
Lapori and go,
I-
can I?
How could you be enjoying this? Your family is off being wealthy and way more successful than you, and you're having fun on some random island filled with a bunch of bums. Surely you can't
Yeah.
find satisfaction.
Yeah.
Name one good reason why you could find satisfaction in that.
Because I got a bunny here and I have a cat.
God, you're
Wow,
simple.
thanks.
As it
Oh, it's
as
me,
it
okay.
utters these words, God, you're simple. The shadow clone actually immediately fades away, and Sullivan from the distance is like, "What? You didn't even hit it. What? If it hits you,
Oh,
it
I
dies?
see what
Oh,
you can
you're
do.
fucking kidding me."
No, I'm gonna do this the hard way.
It's not your turn yet, but you know. Oh God.
I know, I'm doing this the hard way. I know how to do
with
it, but
that-
I'm doing this the hard
It
way.
is, though. And
With-
that's why zombies sighed.
What?
Sigh.
Sighed. He knows what time whose turn it is.
I actually forgot, but I'm pretty sure it's Lapori's
It's
turn.
Lapori's.
Yeah.
Crying out, just fucking yes, and that's it.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna basically not using the bunny hop, but I'm basically gonna just flavor it as I'm gonna jump like basically on top of the cart and just fucking pull out the gun and shoot Sorcerer. Not Sorcerer. Sullivan. I'm gonna like just basically shoot it at the cannon in his hand to try and make it misfire again.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
the range,
he passed
the
the
range of a,
shadow.
the range of the pistol is 30-90, so it is within your range. Roll to hit,
Okay.
and then I need you to just roll a
is it just
straight
dex?
d20.
Is it Dex? I'm guessing?
Yeah.
All right. Someone just fucking the dream luck. The fucking hell. I used the dagger because it's Dex plus Pro, but that's another fucking nat 20 in a row.
Dream luck.
What the
My
fuck is
God.
So can you make just a regular 1d20
You
roll with
waste
no
dice
modifiers?
on-
I literally can't. A 7.
You fire this bullet. You're aiming for the cannon in his hands, right?
Yeah.
It takes a clean chop off the barrel, but immediately after you fire this bullet, the shoddily made gun explodes in your hand, covering your face with soot. Like a cartoon. It is now unusable, and you've used all the ammo
That's
that was
fine.
loaded
I
into
do not
it.
care. That was funny and worth it.
Wow,
And Sullivan-
I wish I had a cannonball too.
Sullivan,
It's his gun I stole.
Sullivan just kind of goes, "What? God damn it!"
Alright.
It is now both.
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I,
Turns on over. Sorry.
I'm gonna use my mage
Yeah.
hand, which is floating around, because there's a bonus action I can control it using cunning action because of Legiman. I'm gonna just go and
That's
drop a
silly.
gold coin in front of Shadow Lapori and just wink. Can I?
God damn
If it's my personality, can I?
this is your person.
Well, it's
Dream
like
story.
the version that thinks they know you but don't actually know you.
It's Lapori. Any
Ooh.
Lapori version loves money and will do
So-
anything for it.
Is
Yeah.
that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that is the end of my turn.
So,
I'm also gonna just like keep looking at the Lapori and watching it.
it is now both random guy and Lapori's turn. The random guy immediately
guy.
has the reaction you'd think he would. It just goes, "Ooh, money," and swipes it off the ground. While the shadow Lapori immediately, you know, as speedy as you are, makes a dash to get on top of the cart and jumps and lands right in front of you, and
Can I?
they attempt to make an attack on you with the scimitar as they're like coming down. Remind me, scimitar is dex. What's your dex?
It's
6?
+6 to hit.
13, does that hit?
That just misses.
That just misses. Okay.
My AC is 14
You
currently.
managed to do a similar thing as what are you blocking this with, or what else are you
I
doing
think
to
I
dodge?
just kind of just jump. I just like jump over and do the splits in the air, and then go. Not try.
As you land back on top of the cart, the Lapori immediately addresses you. Don't you get tired of all this? All the crime, all the hiding? Doesn't it get tiresome being a different
No,
person?
It's the most fun you can
Didn't know
have.
the
Do
boy
you
was-
really believe that it's the most fun thing ever? I'm gonna be right back. I'm so sorry.
All good.
That's so silly.
Yeah, this truly is a Lepori.
Welcome to Lepori. Welcome to Lepori. Welcome to Aurelio can't deal with his personal issues, so he's going to do it the only way he knows how, which is killing.
And they're like, oh, isn't it? How'd you have fun or whatever? Like, isn't it fun? I'm like, yeah, the most fucking fun you can have. Try. That's the shit I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like try put my hand on his shoulder and say, yeah,
Try
fucking
me.
fun as shit.
Fucking Undertale passes.
Try me right now. You're
It's like,
flexing your
go,
muscles. The lack of them of muscles.
What if I just fucking give it a new sword and go say, go commit crime, and then basically get it to go
No,
commit
commit crime. Be silly.
Go test it out. Go commit crime.
Shadow Lepori is my second favorite Lepori variant.
What's your first best?
Base Lepori.
Hell yeah.
You're not getting me to say Meaty Lepori is my favorite.
Meaty Lepori is no one's favorite. The music stopped when I said Meaty Lepori. I'm
Meaty
scared.
Lepori slash
Me
neg.
too. Lepori caused the slash neck.
So how's everybody's day going?
Welcome to.
Beast Trigger.
Well, I beat my doppelganger in one round. I think I'm good.
That's so. You're good at your job.
I really want Sith to have to.
Who's ready to see me have to do this for 3 turns?
I think I just need to snatch up Sith stubble and just have another cat.
Shadow cat. Shadow cat. Shadow
Fucking
cat.
Sith's double is gonna be like, no, Master's my favorite. No, Master's my favorite.
This is my
He likes
favorite.
me the most. No, he likes me the most.
Oh,
No, he likes
because-
me the most.
There we go. We got robot super bomber man. All right.
It's just gonna be them two fighting over which one Master likes the most.
Yeah.
Misa.
No.
I think Master likes me more.
Misa.
Look, the zombie can try all zombie wants. The zombie never knows how several of us are gonna answer.
No.
Fucking Lepori is pretty
That
obvious.
is so
Like, no, I
true.
want money and crime. It's very fun.
Me, I have bunny, I have cat.
I don't need
Is
riches.
crime not fun?
have
Isn't
pets.
crime boring? No, it's fucking fun as shit.
And the rest of you are great, you know? I just only mentioned the bunny and cat.
My cat is great. My bunny is
take
great.
it- I'm gonna
The other
take it as
ones are
Lepori as the
also
bunny.
here.
I'm gonna take the bunny as Lepori. Yep. Mhm.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah, totally.
Not the bunny that everybody forgets I have.
I don't
What,
forget you
Nairo?
have it. Yeah, I was gonna say
Nairo
it's called
bunny,
Nairo
beloved?
Fine.
The bunny that's fucking just named after Nairo that I'm just always holding on to, but nobody remembers exists.
Oh yeah, true.
I remember. Well, for obvious reasons.
I can't believe I got fucking 3 nat 20s in a row.
I cannot.
I can.
I swear this happened before though. Let me go up.
It has.
I swear was it last session?
It happens so often, but the thing is, like, we have the proof of it, and there's no way of like
Yeah.
rigging
That's
it.
the
It's
thing,
just
like-
really good luck.
Yeah, it was fucking 4 nat 20s in a row.
Yeah, you're just insane.
That's kind of scary.
It's not a fucking computer.
Pen's just built different. We know this.
Insane. My God, so we had blueberry muffin mix, and I didn't feel like pouring it in the muffin, and so I just made blueberry bread.
Blueberry
No.
muffin loaf circle.
Just a loaf
I
of
love
it.
bread.
It
I
was
still
so
love
good.
that my mother was like, oh, you know what, with Easter coming around, we should like make like little cupcakes for Easter. This was the same day before she went to the shop. I told her, by the way, the oven's broken.
That's
So
so
she's
silly.
Let's go get baking stuff. I'm like, are you baked? Because that's dumb. Ow, fuck.
I don't know why, but
Well, my
zombies,
doppelganger's dealt with. I have to go grab dinner. I'll be back.
zombies fucking just
Oh, you're
stopping.
good job.
After I said what I was gonna do with the window, just the just the stop for a second.
I'm just processing.
I'm
Really?
vibing
Yep,
to the
I've got it.
music.
I've got to get the picture. I need to get the reply of today on Arava something is other the counterpoint. Lepori's bullshit.
Lepori is bullshit. I do love there was a fucking second Harangon though.
Yeah, that was like, wait, is it the like, where's it from? Like,
Shadow Lapori.
No, okay, so that was like, oh, like when I said, oh, I get it. I literally thought that Zombie was gonna like pull like, oh yeah, you then see, like basically the Shadow Lapori, was that Harangon, but pretending to be it.
I see.
Like, oh, that was.
Oh yeah.
Music's such a vibe.
It's so good. I'm putting this in fucking favorite quotes.
I love quote.
Are you telling me Mia to cow, not to cow? There we go. I got no idea what I'm cooking up for today. Counterpoint: Lapori's bullshit.
I do really enjoy fucking telling a Miat not to cow.
Shut up.
It's
I'm
so
stupid, okay?
good.
I'm
No,
stupid.
those are my favorite quotes. They're like, oh, I just slightly
You got a
messed up
perfect
with them.
reply.
It's so good.
Hate myself for tweeting that. The worst. That's the worst reply I could ever get. Let's do it.
No,
Like I have.
Is it a level up? Comedic.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I got a ping. 30 minutes? Okay,
Yeah.
we need to finish this in 30 minutes.
Happy rat day, everybody.
We might have to
We do. We need
continue
to
this
finish
next
this soon.
time, yeah.
No, I think we can do it.
If Zombie gets back.
If Zombie ever returns.
We should be fine.
Time to watch JoJo MVs.
Waiting for one day where we don't run into fucking Sawson and everyone else.
Well, they are kind of funny though.
I just want a day off. They really are the Team Rocket. They
Yeah.
show up every episode.
I'm, I'm just proud of the silly squad when he said they were
Yeah.
snakes.
Yeah. If it gets to my turn, that's what the Sith introspection is going to be about today. If I have to talk to Shadow Sith.
I love Get Breaded. The fucking gift of a lifetime.
It's good, that's for sure.
Mm.
Holy shit, June's doing Cedar War.
Yeah.
Hey, yup, we love that.
I almost the white. Ooh.
Shout out to the SMP. It's the most intense music for fucking waiting for zombie to get back.
It's powerful.
It really speaks volumes.
Yeah, unlike zombie when you. I'm sorry, that's a dumb joke. I'm
Yeah.
so stupid.
Please feel bad about it.
Okay.
No. Hey chat. Time for some iced introspection. Where has our DM gone? Iced out.
Welcome to all the actual players have introspection on what they're doing.
I did not hear a word of that, Cedar, so either good for you or sorry that happened.
And listen, I can't talk.
I
I
ain't
don't
reading
know.
all of that, but good for you.
Good for you. or
Listen
sorry
to,
that
didn't
happened.
listen to that. Didn't listen, but thank you.
If only there were like chats you could use to communicate.
Can we talk?
with us.
Can we have our discussion that we had last time about Twitter? What
No.
every single character?
No. That's
Not gonna have the Twitter discussion.
That's an if you were there, you were there.
Yeah, that's an if you were there. If you were there.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't.
When all four of us had when us three and Zombie had what's it called? The discussion after session about what our Twitter accounts would look like as characters.
Oh yeah.
By bringing up the convo, Cedar, you're making it not a if you know you know.
Yeah, but no, they don't know what our what's it called would look like.
Yeah, so
They don't know what the accounts would look like.
It then.
Yeah, no, I'm dropping it now. Very silly.
New terminal montage video. Yippee.
This is what we're doing when we wait. We're going on
24
YouTube.
days,
This is what we do.
21 hours. Well, I'd love to like role play with you, being
I'm
back in
back.
the basics era.
Oh, you're back, and Zombie's not back.
Oh, wow.
Who wants to take a break from combat and talk about our feelings?
Let's take a break from
My
the ads. I
god.
want a break from the ads.
Well, let's
Feeling.
pause the music. And we can just talk about our lives.
Who wants to talk about our feelings and the way we are thinking and feeling about our current adventure through the realm of Renovamen?
Do you actually-
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be gone that long. My
I literally
did it.
guys,
Zombie, I went and I got dinner and came back before you came back.
I
We were about to start having a podcast without you.
my stepmom got here with my prom suits.
Oh,
Oh, look at you. You're about to be so dapper.
Listen, it's.
I'm gonna get to call you little baby.
I think. Do we want to keep going even though we had that long pause?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have until 1:30, so.
I'm tired.
All right.
I'm bored.
Perfect.
I want to do something.
All right. Perfect. So, from where we last
I'm
were,
on mute and eat my dinner. Have fun.
the Lepori shadow,
And
tried to
I said
hit
it is
Lepori.
one of the most fun things you can do.
Right. But don't you want to do something else? You're gonna get
No.
bored. You're gonna
No,
get
yeah.
bored eventually. You know.
Have you seen how fucking shiny a coin is? What the
But,
is it going?
but how much
Only
will be
shooting
enough?
stars break the
How much
knuckle.
will be enough?
Never enough.
God, you're insufferable. And with that, the Lepori clone and the random guy clone, who's very sad to lose his
They're
coin.
so silly.
You could see the sad face, even though you can't see the mouth. You could see the sad face as the clones of both the random guy and Lepori fade away into the abyss. And Sullivan
No,
is beginning.
This is gay lesbian solidarity.
Yep.
You could see Sullivan's like he's still very like shocked by this, you know, watching all of these clones dissipate.
underestimate my
With
dream.
that, it's Sith's turn.
All right then. So,
Wow.
what are we looking at here? What's the clustering on these people?
There's only the Arillo one, which is right next to you. The Sith one has kind of walked over, not walked over. It's still kind of like by
Just jaunting over.
Sith's side, or not Sith. It's by Sullivan's side. You know, he's close enough to him.
I see. Well then,
Understandable.
within a 10-foot radius of Shadow Sith and Sullivan, is there anyone else, or is it just the pair of them?
It's just the pair of them that are over there. The Arilla one
Well-
is right next to you.
Do me a favor, zombie. Make them both make Constitution saving throws.
Lovely. What's your
Shatter
con?
buddies.
What's your con
Sith
mod?
is- do you mean my spell save DC? Oh no, my con mod. Duh. Sorry, brain. For saving throw, yeah, +1.
Thinking.
Roll it.
All right, and then I need to actually look for Sullivan's. Where is he? There he is.
You have
Ah,
Billy
get-
Sullivan's statue.
get
You're running bot
fucked.
commands instead of your DM commands, by the way,
Oops. Okay. Well, you know what Shadow Sith got at least. So.
Valid, Shadow Sith, valid.
20.
So
So
silly.
Shadow Sith, I
Technology.
assume, beats it with 20. Does a 14 beat it?
It meets it, so
Meets
yeah.
it. Both
Beats
of
it,
them,
beats
both Shadow Sith and Sullivan are like ah as they hear this incredible banging sound emit from this point that you've put them. Shadow Sith kind of does the thing that the other clones did earlier, kind of like looking as if it was getting blown away, but coming back into its form. But Sullivan's like clutching his ears and kind of stumbling around a little bit, and he's dropped the broken cannon that he pulled out at the beginning of the fight, and he's kind of like stumbling around. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Do you want to know the damage, or?
Sure. But
Yeah,
I-
they still take half.
but it's
Yeah.
halved.
Yeah, so it's already halved to 9.
Yeah, okay. It's fine then.
That's my action. For my
Bonus
movement,
action.
I don't know. Where is Tempest?
Tempest is in the driver's seat still. Not accompanied by
I
Alright.
didn't
Shadow
even have
Tempest.
to get out of my seat, okay?
Not even accompanied by Shadow Tempest.
Assuming Tempest's shoulders are vacant, one of them is
Of
going
course.
to be a platform for Sith.
Lovely. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of Sith's turn.
Wonderful,
Sith's
because
turn.
that means it's now
No, I
Shadow.
need the other cat to jump on my other shoulder.
Now,
Just
Pointing at
having
each other
introspection
across
with
your
the devil on each shoulder.
now that both that Shadow Sith is hold on, sorry, Sith Shadow.
Shadow Sith introspection.
Shadow Sith kind of he adopts the movement style that Sith once did.
He adopts a
conjuring
child?
No, conjuring a mage hand beneath him and flinging himself almost toward you, landing straight on Tempest's other shoulder, and without attacking, begins to just try to psych you out, just like you accompanied some of the biggest idiots on this entire island on some stupid quest to kill a lich you don't even know exists, and you could care less that exists. What are you doing with yourself?
I need something to kill the time.
Oh, something to kill the time? Is it going to be something to
too.
kill your everlasting desire to be entertained, is it?
Well, I must say, they keep me entertained for the most part.
Lepori's dancing.
Is this an appropriate entertainment to you? Don't you want more?
Why settle for more than what I need?
I don't really have anything to complain about you. I just find that humbling. And the clone, much like the other ones, fades away into the abyss. And there's only now Shadow Arilla left. However, why does it get louder randomly? What the fuck? Anyway,
I know, that's what I'm noticing too.
finally, it is now Sullivan's turn. Sullivan is he's sweating a little bit because most of the shadow clones you figured out and have beaten already. But he immediately starts putting his hand together, and he walks about 5 foot forward, and he's like, I kind of expected that to happen with the the whole what was it? The big cannon. Oh,
Was it?
that's why I bought some of these. And he twirls these 2 pistols in front of him and sacrificing
How can
his.
he use the other one of his hands broken?
That is
No, that's
Sorson.
Sorson. This is Sullivan.
Source Sin, sorry.
Sullivan twirls both of the
I
pistols
did not remember names.
he's acquired from his pockets in the air, and he points them at both at both Tempest and Arillo, and fires at the both of them.
Hi.
Let me
Who's
find.
ready for my favorite
I'm
part?
built different. I get. I broke his gun. He's like, nah, I don't want to waste this.
I got more.
Um,
Another one. Hi guys, welcome to I'm gonna take no damage from this. Watch me.
So, Tempest, that's a 19. Arillo, that's a 15. Meets it, beats it.
No, it does not.
You haven't even heard.
I have a 16.
You have a 16. Okay. The bullet.
I was so hoping to just bully you.
The bullet whizzes by. The bullet whizzes by Arillo. However, Tempest, you do take 7 piercing damage as the bullet hits
Hey, it's
you.
only 7.
Hits you straight in the
Only
stomach.
7.
And you
That's
do
okay.
now have a bullet lodged in you. And
That's okay.
as
I've had
he
teeth marks
as
on
he
me
fires both of his shots, he kind of just goes and he twirls the guns back into his pocket like he's some sort of Wild West gunslinger. And he just kind of he just sort of giggles as he's, admiring his handiwork, having missed a target and hit one. That does take it back
having
up.
hit one.
That does take it back up to Arillo's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna be nice to myself. I'm not doing this the easy way because I know how Aurelio feels about his own trauma.
Right.
So I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna reckless attack. Please, someone speak it in for me, please.
Roll what?
Somebody speak a D20 for not a D20, a natural 20 for me, please.
Huh?
I'll begin unnatural 20, just to spite.
Nat 20.
Among Us.
Hi zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Hi zombie.
I want a photo of this 20.
Go on.
Hold on, just a second. Oh,
Yeah? You gotta get the right angle of that nat 20.
it's loading. Hold on, it's loading. It's loading. Yeah, you can get the angle of it. So you see the dragon? It's loading up right now. When you see it, the one on the left, you see how there's a dragon on it? That's the 20 on my dice. I can prove to you.
Oh my god, wait, did you fucking fill? Oh, okay. Why is there another d20 right next to it?
It was advantage, remember? Because reckless attack.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I get
you
advantage.
you do
So
hit.
that is
What are you hitting with?
so. My great sword, obviously, and as I do that,
Mm-hmm.
Aurelio's gonna like look right into his eyes.
His own.
Just so I know how much damage I did before I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck. Okay. Aurelio's gonna look right into his eyes, and he's gonna say, "You don't really exist. That doesn't mean much to me. But what means much to me is your fucking face, not mine." And he does. That is 27 damage.
Any specific way you want to deal that damage?
I want to just cleave this fucker's head right off.
You swing, I assume, your greatsword.
Yep.
You swing your greatsword down on the top half to cleave this man's head off, and as you cut the head of Shadow Arillo's body off, the head doesn't fall to the ground, but the body does, and the head has some parting words. You can't kill all that ails you. And fades away similarly. And now Sullivan is shitting his pants because now there are no shadow clones remaining, and it is only Sullivan
No one really thought that I was the foul of
standing in the middle of a field. Or a path.
Sicily. Oh, I wish there was a cannonball nearby.
Mm-mm.
Oh, to have a
That
cannonball.
would be your action. You want to use your movement?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go right up to how close is Sullivan to everyone?
Sullivan is the same. He walked forward 5 feet, so he's 15 feet from all of you.
I'm gonna go right up to Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
Go right up to Sullivan. And I'm gonna hold out my great sword. And I'm gonna look right into his eyes. I would start running if I was you. Do you want me to roll intimidation? Just because?
That would. Yeah, sure. We'll call it your bonus action to intimidate him.
I mean, it technically talking is not an action.
Sure, it is a free action, but that is a
It is a
difference.
free action,
That is a
technically.
difference when it requires a roll.
True. Okay.
But we'll call it
You
a
just want
bonus
me to roll?
action. Yeah, roll intimidation, but we're
Okay.
calling it your bonus action.
Okay. That is. Ooh, that is a 21.
It's a 21. Okay. He is immediately like kind of shivering,
Take his
but
pants.
you notice his hair, similarly to when Lepori tried this on him, begins to glow and turns white, and he just goes, "Man, I'm armed with several firearms rather than your big metal stick. I got this." And you stand there intimidatingly all you want. "I'll be fine," as he looks
I'm gonna kill you.
directly at the rest of the party, completely ignoring you.
I do a middle finger up.
Then fire.
I have to reload first, thank you. With that, it is now
Maybe.
it's now Tempest's turn.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm fucking.
Honestly,
turning
let
this
Sullivan
music
get a
off.
shot off, see what happens.
Sullivan has and shot
Easy
Tempest.
for you to say. I've got a bullet in my stomach
I got a Glock in my
And a
ass.
cat on your shoulder.
and a cat on my.
What
Hand on your shoulder and a bullet in your stomach.
What the fuck is Dave doing?
Perfect.
Dave
Sullivan.
Dave is still asleep, surprisingly.
Dave
Amazing.
went back to sleep.
Yeah, you told him
Yeah,
to.
I told him to.
Did tell
I
him to
said,
go to
back
sleep,
to
son."
sleep. Good night. Have a nap.
Oh.
He's so graceful when he's sleeping.
I mean. I'm debating if I care enough about the guy that we're fighting or if I should just try to get the bullet out.
Caring about Sullivan.
I'd have you roll medicine to see if you get the bullet out effectively.
Yeah, because I can do that and then bonus action heal myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, should I just go for that?
I would recommend.
Bonus action
self-care,
heal?
good temper.
I would do that.
This like
Bonus
healing.
action.
Oh, it's healing words probably bonus
Yeah,
action.
healing word to bonus
Okay.
action. So I guess let's do that.
All right, roll medicine to see if you get it out correctly. What are you using to get it out? Just your hands? Just your grabbers?
Good question, Bestie.
Do you want thieves' tools? If you give me, I'll give you your thieves.
That work. You have like little 9.
Yeah, just use my daggers to do
Users?
it. No.
Use my dagger.
I would
Pick it
use
out
it
like
once.
a
Get out with
pimple
a
or
little
something.
dagger.
I'm just kind of doing it, you know?
Just
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Just grabbing at that shit with your hand. All right. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Roll medicine for me then.
21.
You know, it takes a couple tries with your hands, but eventually you get out the little ball or bullet or ball, yeah, sure, ball that was put into your chest by a gun, and you drop it on the ground as it just kind of ding, 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 ding. You're still very injured because obviously that bullet didn't take the hole with it.
Oh, yeah.
But you
But
now
as my
have the
bonus
bullet
action,
out.
I heal.
How much do you heal?
Well, let me roll for it.
Yes, of course. You took 7 damage, right? I don't know why I'm reminding you.
I heal 8.
8. The hole closes up as this wound was now not very mortal, and now it has gone back. You still have a fucking fever though, and are incredibly
I know I have a fever.
still having hot
Not me
flashes.
just fighting at
With
all.
with that though, that would make it Lepori's turn.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Guys, do you want to kill this guy?
I wanted to see
could,
what his
yeah.
fire. I just want to see what happens when he shoots. I just want to see if I. I just wanted to be funny.
Okay, I'm gonna get up real close to him. I want to get behind him.
Mm-hmm. Stealth.
Yep.
Well, you already get advantage at this point because I'm right next to him.
Yeah, that would.
22.
You don't need to.
I don't even need to say you succeed. You succeed.
Yeah, I want to just while he's looking at Aurelio, I just want to pickpocket him.
Sullivan.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Just so
Um,
I'm gonna just grab anything I can.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
Can't wait for that one to come out.
No, that is a 24.
You slip both your hands into both of the pockets on Sullivan's belt, and you pull out the unloaded but still within, still usable guns. And I'm gonna say at this point, combat ends as Sullivan does not have any other weapons on him, and is now
How do you
just
know that? How do you know that?
because
His hands are weapons. His hands
So
are
I take
weapons.
so I take his 2 unloaded guns.
Fisticuffs right now. Kidding.
Okay, so I take his 2 unloaded
I don't know. I
guns.
think we should continue and have him try to shoot with nothing there.
you take you.
Yeah, it's funny.
Are we continuing this? Or I'm
Look,
giving
I
you-
wanna
I'm
see
giving
him
you the-
shoot with nothing there.
I'm giving you the chance to end combat, but do we not want to?
I want to see how he. I just want to see how
Okay.
he tries to hurt me.
All right,
I
no,
just
no,
want him to.
I'm willing to let this continue. Okay,
Right.
never mind.
You just see him
Scratch that.
struggle.
He
After his
doesn't.
turn, we're good to finish, but
Yeah, I just want to see him struggle.
He doesn't notice the guns being missing, but Lepori, you now have both of them. You also managed to swipe a little ammo pouch he had on his back of his belt, and it's filled with 10 bullets.
amazing.
Yippee!
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action disengage and like kind of just walk away from him slowly.
All right.
Well, he wouldn't have known.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wouldn't
well,
even get opportunity to attack
just in
because
case.
stealth with him.
Well, mine as well.
Just in case. No, I get the. I
have
get
anything
the.
else to
I get
do.
the opportunity attack.
Okay.
Free action dance.
Anyway, that would make it Sith's turn. Sith.
Okay. How much do I respect this one?
He is
Do
weapon.
Let
do
him
I-
play out.
I'm really
Well,
sorry to do this again, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave it off a cliffhanger. I'm gonna have to go now. I'm really sorry, y'all.
Yeah, no worries. No,
We'll
good.
we'll continue this next time.
Very
I do
silly.
have to just end the stream right here. So bye bye guys. This was a good
Wait,
session.
a raid? No
I'm
raid?
sorry. I have to go like now. Bye bye. Sorry.
Bye.
Oh, right now.